From Studio A at One Biloxi Square in Fort Worth, Texas. Welcome in, everyone, to the Grandpa-N-Pappy Show, Friday edition. Nice to be with all of you. And hope you've had a good weekend so far. And yes, you are correct.
Cold and windy.
When you get our age and the temperature gets cold, man, it's all kinds of things you got to put up with. Arthritis, your blood is a lot thinner and you get colder, and if you got artificial parts like I do on my knees, those get cold, and holy mackerel, here we go, so it's crazy. It's just crazy.
Yeah, sucks getting old, don't it, bud?
It does, but we appreciate you being with us today.
Yeah, we do. Welcome aboard.
We got a lot of things going on. Of course, we're a little bit closer to the election.
Yeah.
And a lot of things going on around that. We hope you have had a chance to vote. If you haven't, don't forget that this Tuesday is the election. So if you're holding a mail-in ballot, you better get that thing in. And speaking of such, did you see that on the news where they arrested a postal worker in Kentucky?
No.
Caught her red-handed dumping a bunch of ballots into a garbage bin so that she wouldn't have to process them when she got back to the post office. So
there you go. USPS at its finest.
Yes, sir.
And on the other hand, for all you non-haters, if you want to learn how to hate, just watch TV early mornings.
Ain't that the truth?
All those damn commercials. I got so sick of watching that mess this morning, I almost pulled my last 3 hairs out of my head. Damn.
One of the things that a lot of people are talking about, and certainly the news media is not covering very much, is the emails and texts that Hunter Biden has. Well, we've touched on it a little bit, but we had someone ask us the question, so we ask you, should Hunter Biden's emails be made public?
I wonder why they
Now, for those of you who don't know or have been sleeping under a rock or listening to ABC, NBC, or CBS, which they don't cover it, there's a gentleman by the name of Tony Bobulinski, who is a former naval officer. Brilliant guy from everything I can find out on him. He was hired by Hunter Biden to be a CEO of his company, the company that the Bidens have.
Yeah. And
he has all kinds of emails and texts.
And
from
pictures too.
From Hunter and Joe Biden's brother, which really incriminate the former vice president. So it's going to be really interesting to see what comes of that. But as usual, Pappy, our viewers stepped up.
Always, they always do because they rock.
Yeah. It was suggested to ask you guys, should Hunter Biden's emails be made public?
Yeah.
So let's jump right in and see what
I have a feeling that's going to be the Trumpster's one of his many aces in the hole.
Yeah, and that will
unfolding. So
today's program will lead us to Monday's program, which will Hunter Biden's emails change voters' minds on Joe Biden?
Well,
we'll have to see if it does or not. Jumping right into what you guys said, John Bossy told us absolutely it should be made public. It's a matter of national security and political corruption.
Yep, it is. A lot of that going on these days.
It is.
Brian White said no question about it, whether you're Republican or Democrat, if there's evidence showing that Biden was complicit in securing foreign deals for his son by using his office of vice president, that is a major cause of concern for this country.
It is.
If indeed it's true, Biden's name should be immediately removed from the ballot for president.
That's a good statement.
It is.
Should that happen, Pappy?
Yeah.
If they find out this is true?
Well, he should. I mean, that's treasonous.
Yeah, I agree with you.
He should be tried and drawn and quartered and horsewhipped and all that stuff, But What are the ramifications of that? The aftermath.
Yeah.
Who's going to slide in the spot? We know who.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brent Hardy said if it incriminates him or anyone else, absolutely make it public. No one is above the law.
That's a fact.
That is a fact.
That's where it all started out anyway. Jody Brooks Terrazas says it's crucial to find the truth as to what part Daddy Biden played in all of that. I agree.
Yeah. Now, whether you're a Republican or a Democrat, I mean, folks, face it. I mean, something this damning should be investigated fully. And wow,
Well,
it's scary.
I would feel the same way on the other side of the fence.
Oh, I would
It
too.
was
I mean,
true.
if it was proven
Yeah.
President Trump had something or dealings like this,
No.
absolutely, I would feel the same way.
Yep.
Bobby Curley said now the Democrats are feeling some of the feelings that our president went through for 3.5 years of allegations, all of which were proven false.
No.
If the government is in possession of Hunter's emails, which can implicate the former VP in any way,
No.
then he should and his dad should face the full extent of the law. More importantly, if proven true to the American people, would you want Joe elected as your president when he endangered the security of our country? I would think not.
Absolutely.
That's a good statement right there.
Yeah. Cheryl Caswell Richards says yes because it involves security and safety of our country, and it involves sexual abuse of children as well. So
There has been some talk and some rumors. There sure has. Man, that's unbelievable. Belinda Tatum said yes. It's a matter of national conspiracy and Joe Biden lying to the American people, and also a national security conspiracy.
Yep. Well said there, Rotary Belinda. James Thompson told us it is a frightening thing to our country if proven true. Allegedly, a former business CEO is now divulging his own emails and texts, complete with dates that show the former vice president used his office to secure millions of dollars to the Biden family and to his son Hunter. This is a dangerous precedent, and all should be prosecuted.
I agree, and that's basically what we've been talking about.
Yeah.
It sure is.
Pretty much a common thread going on here, isn't it?
Yeah. It is so important, folks, that you get out and vote, and it's really, really important. Before you vote, do your homework.
I heard this morning on the morning news that there's an influx of a lot of Democratic dollars being dumped in the state of Texas.
Yeah.
They're saying for the first time in years that the election will be close in the state of Texas. So
Yeah. I don't think it's going to be as close, really, as a lot of people think it is. But
not judging by
I've
the
been
looks of the
surprised
rallies
before.
Yeah.
I have been surprised before.
Yep.
Jerry Williamson said, yep, and not because of Hunter. We need to know how much influence good old Joe used with foreign governments to secure jobs for Hunter, and if he did, he compromised himself to those foreign governments. Will they have dirt on good old Joe that they could use on him if, God forbid, he wins?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you know they will.
Well, I imagine there's dirt on all politicians. You
Yeah.
know, it's just a matter of it surfacing. So, Wiley T. Bryce said it's already been made public. Wait to see if the Biden camp does a moral and correct action to begin their journey on the road to atonement, or will they dig a hole they're in even deeper? Tick-tock. Tick-tock.
The clock is ticking.
Now we wait.
Now we wait.
That's well said, Wiley.
Hey, very good. Very good. Got some good comments this
Yeah.
morning. Darlene Prescott said, I would disclose everything to the American people, no matter who it involves. We have a right to know if a man who may be president of the United States pleaded or peddled his influence to foreign powers to gain monetary favors for his son and family. If so, he has no business being president and owing those government favors for what they did for his son and family. That could be a great danger to our country and our way of life.
You know, and
Darlene, I agree 100% with you. I mean, that's a perfect statement.
and maybe I'm looking at this the wrong way, but the U.S. has always, in my opinion, or in my life, used a strong foothold to gain monetary profit and achieve relationships with different foreign countries.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look at China. Why is everything made in China? There's got to be a reason for that.
Well, that's because
Money.
there was no tariffs put in place, and China was sending everything into the U.S. free.
Yeah, but it's kind of overdone.
Yeah, and President Trump, thank God, he instigated tariffs, and we're now making billions of dollars off of imports from China.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yep.
Billy J. Thomas, J.D. Martin, and Debbie McGowan Howitt, they all say yes. He's not an elected official, so why not? Meanwhile, Lisa Seeley says just says yes because he's a Democrat. Lisa.
That about says it all there,
Incidentally,
Lisa.
Lisa, want to send our best wishes to you to get better.
Yeah.
And let us know when your procedure is.
Monday.
Yeah,
they've moved it.
Okay.
We was talking to her about it yesterday at the field office.
Yeah.
So they have moved it up to Monday, though. So.
All right.
And at least it's one good thing. At least you'll get it the hell out of the way.
Yeah.
Darla Walker told us, yes, it should be made public because the truth is the only way some will wake up. It is ugly, but America needs this wake-up call.
You know, Darla, that's a great statement right there.
It is.
And it is very, very true.
It absolutely is. Well said.
Wow. Brett Barker, Darlita Macaulay Holland, and Diana Concannon, they all say, yes, it should be made public because it involves his dad, and we must know. They want details.
That's right.
And they're coming out.
That's right.
Oh, incidentally, did you hear they had... there was a producer out in Los Angeles. Fox News was delivered a bunch of those emails copies so they could investigate it, which they did. And one of their producers in Los Angeles said, can you overnight that to us? Because we want to do it out here, meaning in California.
Yeah.
So they did. They overnighted it. And guess what?
California got set on fire?
No. The contents of the package that they sent mysteriously disappeared. Yeah, they were delivered an empty package.
What do you think there, Special K?
Well, I was just going to say, some of the emails, Biden is going to get away with this. You do know that, right?
Of course.
Because of plausible deniability. And if you look up the definition, a friend of mine posted something on Facebook concerning that. They never called him out by name. They called him big man or chairman. So you don't know if that's really Joe Biden or not. So that, in fact, is plausible deniability on Joe Biden's part. So that's his out. That's how he can stare you in the face and say he didn't know anything.
Well, I still say he's a criminal.
Well,
Criminal. Terry Crow said yes, and I'd like to know where Hunter Biden is. Why isn't he all over the mainstream media trying to defend himself and his father?
Yeah, that's a damn good question. That is a
damn
damn good question.
He crawled back down in that hole.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, when Trump was going through all that garbage he went through, they had his sons in front of the committees.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They did.
Where is Hunter Biden?
I'm like Pappy. He's back in that hole.
Yeah.
That's good.
Kind of snuck back down there and dropped that lid.
Ain't it
Maybe
so?
Dr. Mama Jill put him to sleep for a few hours.
Yeah, well, there you go.
In an induced coma, so he won't say anything.
I never thought of that angle, but I guess she's true.
Worked for Sleepy Joe. Why not?
James Graham also agreed, saying yes, so there would be no question as to whether or not Biden is in bed with Russia and China.
I'm inclined to agree with that, James. Rob Marshall said yes. It's such a sad state of affairs when public officials such as former Vice President tries to build her wealth by using money from foreign countries for his influence peddling. I guess it says there are no more honest-to-God good people in our government anymore. But if Joe Biden is implicated, throw the book at him and take away his pensions he's drawing from being a congressman and vice president. So
Hey, that would be a good start.
well, it's not like he'll have much problem living on what he's already pilfered, So
Yeah.
yeah, tell him what he's worth.
That's That's very true.
Yeah.
Big Matt Bannister said yes to help end the corruption, to which Angie Ivy agreed, saying he is a public figure.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Well, that
it
goes a
should
long
be
way.
brought out, you know.
Let
It
us
should be.
do it, and we'll never be seen again.
Oh, yeah.
Paula Cameron, Deidre Tedford Smith, and Joanne Bradley all concurred by saying yes, they should make it all public. William Riley also said yes because inquiring minds want to know.
This next one I had to look at about 14 times before I transcribed it,
Chong dang.
trying to figure out what he means. Chong Dang simply said, "You damn Skippy peanut butter," which means yes. I guess that's Chinese for yes. I don't either, but he does.
Sorry, I just don't get it.
Well, I don't either.
Skippy peanut butter.
He
you
says,
know, you damn
which
Skippy.
which means yes. So I don't know if that is a one of those sayings that young people have today, instead of saying yes, you know.
Yeah.
So anyway,
So-
Chong Dang.
Scares me. It makes sense to me. Madeline Perry said it's a sad state of affairs when a public official, in this case the former VP of the U.S., puts our country at risk by using his influence of office to secure financial dealings for his son and family. From what I can gather, Joe Biden has a lot of explaining to do to the American people. I was on the fence on who I was going to vote for this time, but no more. The emails and text, which have been brought forth so far, implicate Daddy Biden, and he should never be considered for the nation's highest office if he puts it in danger.
Lucy, you got some splaining to
Well,
do.
some planning to do.
Thank you so much.
That's right. Well said, Madeline.
Yeah, that's a good post there, Madeline.
Yep.
It is. I don't know. I don't know where all this is going to go. Going to go, Pappy. I really don't. But
We're going to find out in about a week.
well, you know, and that's what scares me about the election. If it is indeed true, and they don't bring it out and recognize it as being true, then the worst case scenario could happen.
Well, and I'm kind of getting the feeling that Trump's so confident he'll be reelected that he'll probably wait and knock everybody's tinker toys down
We know
once
that
he gets back in office.
the guy that originally found the computer of Joe Biden's son, Hunter, and tried to give the contents to several people, conservatives and Democrats, and the FBI, and nothing was done. So he sent it to Rudy Giuliani,
Boy.
who is the president's personal attorney.
Yep.
And Giuliani jumped on it, you know, really big. And he has released some of it, and he's releasing a little bit more and more.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's one of those things that you need to know, America, before you cast that vote.
Absolutely.
Jimmy Williams said, "Oh, yes, make them public. The way I see it, all politicians are crooked in some form or fashion, so let them have it with both barrels."
Yeah.
How do you really feel there, Jimbo?
That's kind of the way I feel too. If you're
Yeah, you said
if
that
you're
many times.
If you're a politician, you're crooked or you wouldn't be there. Gene Atkinson Grant said Biden is a pathological liar. You want him? He's useless.
Well, there you go. How you really feel there, Gene?
That's right. If 40 years don't show any accomplishments, so give it
Funny
up.
that's what the president kept saying during the last debate. Hey,
Yeah,
you've
so-
been there 40 years.
How'd that work out for you?
How come you done any of this stuff that you say you're going to do?
Well, I mean, even the 8 years that he was,
Vice president. Yeah.
what did they accomplish? They accomplished a lot, but not for the good of the American
Racial
people.
divide for number one. But I won't go there.
Yep.
Another program.
That's right.
Jamie Clark Scott said, "For the life of me, I don't understand why anybody would support Biden when he had to drop out of 2 presidential races because of lying.
Yep.
He can't help himself, and he's as rotten as they come. Now this with Hunter. Wake up, America, and see that this man is not what we need to lead our country."
That's a fact.
Well, Yeah, he did. He had to drop out.
Well said, Jamie. Richard N. Williams says, absolutely make it public. It amazes me how stupid public figures are. They have forgotten that they have been interviewed and filmed their entire career, and all the video resurfaces over and over again. So,
And that's a fact, Jack.
yeah. Damn Skippy peanut butter on that one, buddy.
Chong dang, there you go, bro.
Dang.
Johnny Northcutt said yes because it's the right thing to do. Donna Briggs Moss agreed, saying yes, sir. And Robert Wyman said we deserve to know the truth, and we do.
We do. I mean, it's our
You
way.
know, they're billing this as the biggest election in the history of the United States.
Biggest CF in the United
And
States.
so what everybody is saying is that you need to see what's going on
Yeah.
and find out what's going on before you mark that ballot. That's what they're saying.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Cindy Gale Roberts Thomas said they're always screaming to tell the truth. Show us this or show us that on something our current president and first family. Why can't they play by the same rules? Seems like
That's a
they
great
may
question.
just have something to hide, doesn't it? David Hardy and Nelda Pound Slatter both agreed by saying yes. They did.
That's a great question, Cindy Gale.
Well, everybody's got something to hide.
Except for me and my monkey.
Well,
Little Beatles throwback there, folks, in case you didn't know. It just comes out
Goo
sometimes.
goo kajoo.
Yeah.
That's because your monkey has a big mouth.
Up in the sky with diamonds. Yeah. And finally, Michael Ealy summed it up nicely by saying, come on, guys. You got the goods on them, so release the whole shooting match.
Yeah.
We deserve to know before America votes to make this traitor our next president. What a complete cluster, and I did clean this one up.
left out a
A
word.
complete cluster that would be. That would be the biggest disaster to ever befall the United States of America.
Yeah, that is true.
And I'm inclined to agree with you, Michael.
So
That's a
true.
great post.
Yes, sir.
It's a great post. And as usual, we thank y'all so much for all of your input and your opinions. And there've been some great opinions.
Oh, yeah.
What do you got there, Special
Well, I
K?
was just gonna just put this out there. We gotta remember that it's we the people. We are the ones in charge, and we forget that.
Mm-hmm.
It's not them. We pay them. Our tax
Right.
money pays them.
I agree.
All us chumps, all of those deplorables that we are so now called,
Yeah.
Those sheeples.
we pay them. We are the workers.
Yeah.
And I don't know why people don't stand up and demand that truth and honesty comes out from these people. I don't understand that. I never will.
By God.
But it's we the people, not the other way around.
Well, just like Biden said, I don't work for you.
Yeah.
Well, who the hell you work for? Working for him, so he's working for.
I'm working for myself.
That's right. I'm self-employed.
Just like Jesus.
Well, it's a, you know, in our
Got any
Constitution
cigars?
is no longer a constitution. It's a America's a corporation now. It's not like it was when we were young and spry.
That's why it was so refreshing to see a businessman come in as president
Yeah.
who understands business. And good Lord, the things he did in 3.5 years is absolutely amazing. And I saw this morning where the gross national product for this year is up 30% despite the coronavirus.
33.1%, and I think it was a quarterly number.
Yeah.
And it's one of the highest uptick
Yeah.
in the history
Yeah. Of the country.
market, I guess,
Yeah,
or
and this
what of the country.
and this happening all during a pandemic where things
That's
have been
what I was
shut
going to
down.
say. Yeah, just think of what the numbers would be.
Astronomical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Astronomical.
Yeah.
Good Lord, thanks, Special K,
Yeah.
for getting me straight on that. But I thought that was absolutely amazing and a testament to not only our president, but more importantly to all the people in our country who continue to pour out the goods and services despite all of the restrictions, Pappy, that
Yeah.
they've been forced to work under.
Lord, man.
It's just absolute. You guys rock. I mean, y'all, America, you never cease to amaze me
Well,
how
it just
great
goes
you
to
really
show
are.
that not all the silent majority is going to continue to be silent. I mean, there are people that's just getting
That's a hell of a good point.
up to here. I mean,
That's a hell of a good point.
and if Biden was to win this election, you're going to see all hell break loose.
I think you're correct.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can't even buy ammo right now.
No,
I don't
that's
need.
a fact.
I don't need any.
Revolution.
I don't need it. Y'all need some?
Yes, we do.
I've got plenty.
Y'all need a little 380.
No, I don't know. That's a pop gun.
Yeah,
Oh, stop!
rather-
It's my gun.
I'll hand you my BB gun.
yeah. Pappy's got a armored tank underneath his garage.
That's right.
So he's ready just in case.
I'm not going to start it, but
By God, you're gonna finish it.
I'll do my part to put an ending to it.
Yes, sir. Well, Pappy, let's take a look at some of the viewer
All
comments
right.
we got in. We say a big thank you.
Absolutely.
Or we said a big thank you to all of you for your opinions you express on our Facebook group page, and several of you made some really nice comments, and here are a few of them.
Well, for example, Charlie George said, "Not too many who know me ever ask for my opinion. I appreciate y'all asking. Now I just need to learn that I don't always have to give them when they're not solicited, especially with my offspring."
Charlie, that's great.
That sounds familiar.
Texas Radio Hall of Famer Hoss Huggins, who
Big Hoss.
was a guest on our show, he said, "Y'all do a great job. The major TV networks could learn a thing or two from you guys. Keep it up."
Well, coming from Hoss, that is a supreme compliment.
Yeah.
'Cause he was a big dog in radio.
And he was
Thank you,
also
Hoss.
on television.
Yeah. Plus, he can pick and yodel.
The boy
By
is good.
God.
The boy is good, I'll give you that.
Ross Williams said, "You guys are the ones who rock. I enjoy the questions you ask, but more importantly, I enjoy the opinions you get from your viewers, just as we do." Yeah. It seems you guys are the only ones around that actually listen to what people are thinking.
And that's the whole premise of our show.
It is.
That's
It
the whole
is.
premise.
That's what we built it on.
Hey.
We just put it out there, y'all. Your show, we just broadcast it.
Well, here's one from our buddy in East Texas,
Big
Big Al Baker. He said it's simple. From what I've heard you say, you're both old country boys, and that explains the reason you just tell it like it is. No BS, just facts. And you let the people make up their own minds.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed your show and invite your viewers to spread the word. Well, thank you, Big Al.
Yeah, Big Al.
Appreciate that. Very,
From
very.
one old country boy, a couple old country boys to another, we
Yes,
appreciate
sir.
you, man. We love having you aboard with us.
And we appreciate all your opinions because we not only get entertained by them,
Send me some venison, by the
but
way. I need
it's-
to make some chili.
yeah, but we not only get entertained by you, Big Al, but we also enjoy what you send in to us because it's so much common sense behind
It
it.
is.
So,
Our brand of news. It's comical, but it's right to the point.
as usual, we tell you to get in touch with us with some of your comments, like today's show was a suggestion.
Yeah.
Monday's show is also a suggestion. And you can do that very simply by going to our email address
Yeah.
and sending your questions or your comments to Grandpa-N-Pappy
Yeah.
at gmail.com.
My God.
Or
Or you can simply go straight to our show website, and you can get there by www.grandpa-and-pappy.com. That's grandpa with the letter N, pappy.com. And while you're there, you'll see that big red button.
it just magically appears.
Press that little rascal and subscribe, and you can leave comments on our show page, or
Yeah.
just as Grandpa said, in email, or you can simply leave them right there on YouTube.
Or you can go to our Grandpa and Pappy Facebook page where you'll see a lot of these opinions
Yeah.
that we read before it even airs. So, and you'll also get the latest questions.
Well, if that doesn't work for you, come out to the trailer hood, crawl up on that big deck of mine.
Well, sit down and BS.
We'll drink a beer and talk about it. By
That's
God.
exactly right.
But we do appreciate hearing from you guys.
Status update on the T-shirts.
We've still got a few left, so if you want one, hit me up or hit us up on the show page or on the YouTube page, whatever.
Yep.
$20. We'll throw in a couple of goodies. You will have to pay
He likes throwing in goodies.
$4.95. You know, what kind of guys we are. We're not giving stuff away.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've got a few left, ranging from medium to extra large. So
Okay.
feel
There
free to
you
hit us up, and we'd be more than happy for you to represent.
It has been fun. We appreciate you joining us all week long. We hope you have a great weekend. We'll join us back Monday when we ask the question, will Hunter Biden's emails change your voters' minds on Joe Biden?
Yeah.
That should be a good one. We've already getting in a lot of opinions on that one.
This just in.
Oh,
LA
yeah.
Dodgers are the world champs, and
Yes, sir.
Oklahoma still sucks.
Yes, it does.
By God.
Yeah, let me see the time. Yeah, you're right, they do. Okay. Anyway, we hope you have a great weekend. As we end every show, we tell you to hug your children and let them know you love them.
Let them know we love them right here at Grandpa-N-Pappy Show, too. By God.
We sure do, and we hope you are safe. Take care of each other.
Yep.
And be kind.
Yeah.
Yeah, be kind.
Have yourself just an awesome weekend.
If you see a police officer or a first responder, shake their hand and tell them thank you very much.
Yeah.
In the meantime,
I did that just the other day at Westside Cafe, by God.
there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. In the meantime, have a great weekend. We'll see you back Monday. God bless. Have a good day, and we'll see you soon.
Later.
Bye-bye.